This is the best Pro Clubs build you're going to find as a starter player in FC26 Pro Clubs. Whether you're level 1 right through to level 25, this is the right build you should be using. The only build you should be using. And not only that, I'm going to show you what to focus on as well going forward as you level up and where to put your points. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you like FC26 content. No more waffling, let's get straight into this. I'm going to start with which archetype to use, and it's a no-brainer really for these early levels. If you just started out, you're going to want to use target because it's the best one of the three. However, I mainly use finisher, but that's just because I've leveled that up loads already without knowing how good target is. So if you're just starting out, target's the one. Now over to the attributes, and start with your first move here has got to be 4-star skill moves in the weak foot. I can't explain how many goals I've scored with my weak foot in the game that he would have completely keefed and put over the bar if he didn't have the 4 or 5-star weak foot. This is very important. I know it costs a lot, but it's super important to do early on. Your first move, and as you see here, acceleration and sprint speed is pretty slow even with the upgrade, but you got to remember it's early on, so you're going to want to get a fair few points in there, get him up to the high 70s. I'd have said ball control, dribbling, composure, all these stats, they're going to come later on. I wouldn't worry about these. You're just trying to become a finisher, you know, somebody who could score goals and win a few games in those early games while you're leveling up. Shot power is left untouched. Finishing had a few points in it, maybe put it to the mid to late 70s. Jumping strength left untouched for now, but we'll definitely be putting points into here later on as you get more points. Passing you leave blank, defending leave blank. Stamina you're going to want in the 80s, so this is something you're going to want to add points to later on. There's not a lot you can do right now, but yeah. So that's as the build sits right now as a level 8, but going forward you're going to want to get your finishing into the mid to late 80s, shot power into the mid 80s, dribbling, ball control, composure all in the mid 80s, acceleration, sprint speed around 90, jumping strength again the mid 80s or so, stamina mid 80s, low 80s will work fine. Weak foot you're going to want 5-star in the end, and skill moves I recommend going to 4, but yeah, you could stay at 2 and put more points elsewhere if you don't use them. That's up to you, but I would recommend 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. For your play styles, yeah, you're going to probably just have one here. Best thing to do is just select what you've got, really whatever's available at this point. You're not going to have a lot. I'm just going to go with the aerial fortress, and obviously you're getting power shot and precision header as your signatures anyway, so precision header is the most OP in the game, at least right now anyway. It's so worth it. His height and weight, this is how you're going to want to line up, so you're going to want to make him around 6 foot tall. You're going to get a boost there and acceleration for doing that, you see, +3, and keep the weight around 178, because if you go any heavier than that he is going to get a penalty and he's going to lose the speed that you just gained from doing that. This is worth doing. 6 foot's also tall enough to score insane headers. So just how good is this build? Well, take a look at the gameplay, you know, I know he's a level 8, but it's well on your way. It's a fast-track way to become an insanely OP player in this game. Assists, goals, skills, weak foot, he's got it all, even at this low level. You imagine what it's like at level 50. If you do want to find out what it's like at level 50, I've just uploaded another video as well, which is worth watching. Although that build is for level 50s, you know, that's how you should be, that's where you want to be working towards. That build I made in that video, because it's so overpowered. Yeah, that's it. If you need the build, you've found it. So get this done, get it built, and get following my guides.